Hey, well, I'm coming to you again with a very, 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 very important message. This is Chico da Vinci. Some know me as Mr. Drops Mike, Chica League, all those crazy names. But I'm Chico da Vinci Gillum. You could just call me Chico da Vinci or even call me Chico. This piece that I want to share tonight is most definitely a very, very, very profound piece. And I dedicate it to my mother, Teresa Louise Gillum. She was beat to death, murdered in Mississippi in 2002. So everything about this, just the passion inside what I'm getting ready to explain and share with you guys it'll leave you speechless. I miss my mother on a daily basis. There's not a night that doesn't go by that I don't ask myself questions. How could it have been differently? Even our relationship. My mother did drugs. She lived a street life. So there were some things I had to go without as a child. My grandmother had to play mother. It's just a long story. And I don't expect everyone to understand it. But please know that this hopefully will be your inspiration to appreciate your mother if she's still here, or any woman in general. I titled this, My Dear Mother. I heard this distinctive ring from my phone. By the sound of the ring, I knew something had to be wrong, see. I picked up the phone to hear my aunt's sympathetic but sorrowful-like tone. She said, Chico, baby, whatever you're doing, go in a room and be alone. I felt this weakness in my body and crying in my bones. She said, I'm sorry, but your mother, the woman who gave birth to you on 9/22/83, she's gone home. With nothing left to say, I hung up the phone. Listen, I left from all the sadness that I had drawn. My mother, she was taken away from me and then sent home. But this broken heart of mine, it lives on and on and on. Never again can I see my mother's sweet but pure face. And the face that I used to see, it was somehow erased. My mother's skin had deteriorated. To see her like this, I felt so obligated, horrified, separated, alone in this world, and never again will I feel appreciated. It's funny how people think that I'm happy, but deep down I'm sad. Shit, I feel so bad because I lost all that I had, and no one listening to this can ever relate to how I lost my mother. It took them 4 long months to find her body decomposed in a Mississippi gutter. Now, to my dear mother, there will never be another. At least the last time that I spoke to this woman that gave birth to me, I was able to tell her that I love her. But what do I say to my little sister? She's afraid to go to sleep under the covers, and I know that my words will never make her feel that she would get back her mother yet. I have to be strong and more of a big brother, and I can hear her calling out to God at night, asking God, why did it have to be our mother? And it's a damn shame that my days will always feel lonely. I can't depend on the comfort of family because all they're worried about, shit, who gets the beneficiary money, see? I have a family money hungry. I'm a son left lonely. I just lost my one and only. So excuse me if I sometimes feel sad and blue. I just lost my mother in 2002. And never can I place you in my shoes and say, what would you do? And I remember praying on so many occasions asking God, please don't let it be. If I prayed that the body found was not my mother's, then why was my prayers deceived? Some saying I'm being naive. Shit, I feel like I'm only being me. Sometimes it's hard to believe in a man that you cannot physically see. And I know. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. But I still wish that was not my mother's body found. And his eyes is on the sparrow. And yes, I do know that God watches over me, but I keep asking myself this question over and over and over again. Was this same man that I prayed to each and every night watching my mother that night she was getting beat? Mother, I have so many questions. So before I go to bed at night, I sit and I pray. I talk to God, and I also talk to you. If you can hear me while you wait in heaven, can you just ask God why you had to go? One night in a dream, my mother said, "My dear child, one of the smartest of them all. The answer to your question is, you will never know." I definitely dedicate this to my mother. May she rest in peace. Although there's a lot of things that are going to be left unknown to me from what happened, I definitely feel that her death was my life. And it's the reason that I have wrote a book to inspire people, because we all live in a world interrupted. We all have a story to tell. We're just looking for the right outlet, the right time, the right place. Sometimes you got to walk in life and create the movement, create the time, create the place. When you put your faith in God, there's nothing that you can't do. He took you through it, so he'll bring you out of it. I think it's more so he wants us to learn in the midst and in between. So soon, I want to share my book with you guys, so you can understand my point of view and why I like to inspire people or motivate them to be more than what others' expectations are of them. A World Interrupted, coming to you soon, written by Chico da Vinci Gillum. Thank you guys for listening.